Right, it's Thursday morning and we're up and about. Just unloaded a few bits and pieces, just the light stuff out of the van. Just breaking off, just made myself some breakfast. Sat out on the balcony, and a sausage putty. What do you think, Luce? You don't know what's going on, do you? So it was very nice to get a decent night's sleep on a proper bed, but we're both absolutely shattered. So I'm not sure. The plan was we'd unload the van and then go and do some shopping and a bit of exploring, but we've just sort of unpacked all the food and looked at what's in the cupboard, and we've probably got enough to last us today. So I think we may well end up just sort of unpacking the van and pottering around here today and go out exploring tomorrow. See how we feel later, but yeah, I don't think there's going to be much done today. Lucy. Well, considering it took us a whole day to get everything in, it's taken us about half an hour to get everything out. So, I mean, so far we've taken it from the van, through the gate, dumped it here. All the small bags and loose stuff has all gone in already, so just the main stuff. So we'll just start taking them in and sorting them out. I think that Claire's up for doing anything at the moment. Now, just going to sit there for the rest of the day. Okay.
So we're ready to go home?
Yeah. Lucy? Yeah, Luce? Want to say hello? Lucy dog. So yeah, we've not got too much furniture brought across, and we can buy stuff over here, so it's not really a problem. Just a few bits and pieces that we wanted. We got most of it in. 3-piece suite. We only managed to get the settee and one chair in, so there's still a chair across it in the UK, with another couple of soft chairs that we want to bring across. Cushions on them. Big wooden chest that we just want to clean up and utilise. An old dining table which looks a bit grotty, but actually was Claire's nan's old dining table, and we've got 2 dining chairs to go with it. So yeah, we're just going to clean that up again, rub it down and restain it, what have you. There's a pine dresser, top and bottom, is going to go in the kitchen. We've got over here, again, we need to do a bit of work. We've got a washstand there, a marble top over there. I need to glue that up, it's coming apart a little bit, and probably next job. And an old manual washing machine, which we picked up from eBay, I think, not so long ago. So, and there's Claire having a coffee on the balcony. Yeah, but we've also got various suitcases and bags of stuff all come across with stuff in that all needs to come across. So that's what was the bulk of the stuff in the van, was all sort of loose stuff like that. And there's a load in the living room as well. So it's going to take a lot of sorting out, but it doesn't have to be done this time. It's here. That's the main thing. We've got it here. Come here. You've been snuffling all the cobwebs. You have, haven't you? Don't point them on me. Lovely, thanks very much. Right, it's Friday morning, about 8:30. Sun's just coming out, it's going to be a lovely day. Yesterday we just got all the furniture and all the bits and pieces into the house, and we've been busy sorting everything out. I'll do a bit of a run through of everything before we leave. And we didn't go out anywhere at all yesterday, so this morning we're going to head off into Svistoff. We're going to see if we can find the natural spring, which is apparently by opposite the gates of a monastery. It's down a little track, but we'll see if we can find it. Fill some bottles up. If we can't, we'll have to buy some, but we're going to go to Bila and do a bit of shopping anyway. We're not going to be out for too long because we've left Lucy on her own in the house for the first time, so we'll see. We don't want to leave her for too long, just until she's sort of used to it. So yeah, that's it. So this is the school, I think. Okay.
shop there. There's like a DIY shop.
Oh, right, okay, that's neat to know.
There were recycling bins there.
Right.
I'm waving at everybody again today. Well, why not? Garage there, like a motor repair garage.
Yeah, there's a lot of them about actually. I think, in the van. And there's Claire filling her water bottle. Yeah, so this place is actually a monastery. I've got the steps here. You can't actually see the monastery, it's obviously behind the trees, but the entrance is just down over here. Just down there through that gate is obviously the monastery. And then on the other side, over here, behind this wall, what have you, think is a hotel. Yeah, so this is just a natural spring water, basically, and there's loads of natural springs all over Bulgaria, and there's loads of places like this where you can just come and fill your water butts up with with decent quality drinking water, basically. Not that there's anything wrong with the water anyway, but we haven't got the water connected at our house at the moment, so I'm relying on this. But up till now, I've just been buying these big tubs in the supermarkets, but I've been keeping all the empties, just because I knew somewhere along the way we'd find a spring and be able to fill them up. So took the opportunity today to come out, and there may be another one nearer to our house, I don't know, but we're only about 10 miles away, and if we have to come and do this, we'll end up coming to Svishdorf once a week at least, just to do shopping and things. So if we have to come down here and fill some water butts just to get some really nice quality water, then that's fine.
Recycling points where their bins are. Yeah, so do you know what I mean? Yeah, on the day we come and pick the water up. Either a vet's or a pet shop. Chemist. Gift shop. Not quite sure what that is. Clothes shop. Fruit and veg.
It's like a hardware store on the right.
Yeah. Flower shop. Sunglasses and hats. Peppers. There's Vila.
Yeah. From a different angle, I think.
Oh right.
It's really well about this thing.
I don't know, just be careful of that old lady.
Dear.
She's behind you.
So we're back from Svishdorf, filled the water butts, been to Bila, done some shopping, come back, had some lunch. One thing we got done while we've being back in the UK, one of the things I was going to try and do this time, but decided just to pay someone to do, was to sort the fencing out, because we knew we were coming with Lucy this time, and just to make sure it was secure for her. So I'll just spin you around and I'll show you what we've got. As you can see, you should be able to just see the house through the tree line there. Obviously when you're in the garden you don't realise quite how much more room we've got behind the tree line. So basically we've got, you can see where they've put the new fence up along here, and all the way up here, and there's like sort of, and all the way along the far end there, and it's just yeah, it's sort of, now it's cleared and we can walk down it, it's just sort of made us realise just how much more garden we have that we didn't really realise. And Lucy's loving it down here. See, we're coming down to the corner of the garden now. So, let's spin around so you can see that we've got all the way down to where I was a minute ago. It's obviously someone else's field behind. And then we carry on out here. Lucy. What you spotted? What you spotted? And then all the way down, sort of down to the end of the garden, past next door's house, down behind the outbuildings. Yep, and then you come back out onto the garden. As you can see, there's a hell of a lot more to the garden than first meets the eye. Yeah, and then down behind the outbuildings, this is what's really sort of brings it to light exactly how much garden we've got, is all that space down there, which is just dead space and not being utilised, and don't even know whether we'll even do anything with, is actually bigger than than our garden in the UK. Probably slightly narrower, but it's a damn sight longer. So we've got this old Bulgarian cabinet which has been left in the house upstairs. So we're thinking we're going to have a go at getting this out and maybe see if we can strip it down and repurpose it and use it in the front room. But it's a bloody heavy bit of furniture, so I'm busy just trying to take the doors and the drawers off, just to try and make it lighter, because obviously we've got to go out, down through the, hello Lucy, down across the balcony and then down through the stairs. So I think that's probably the reason it's been left in the house, is it was too much hassle to try and get out, but we're going to have to give it a go. What can go wrong? So while I've been stripping the doors off the old unit, Claire's been up to the top of the garden where we have this structure, which we think would have been a grain store or something at some point, or I think we've grown corn here over the years, and I think we've used this for storage of that as well as perhaps the upstairs of the garage. But we looked at it the other day and it's actually in really good nick. The structure's really sound. It was just a bit, I mean, it's a bit overgrown there. We're going to have to cut some of that out, but there was a lot of glass and that in there, and Lucy was jumping in and out, so Claire's just been sweeping it out. But we're thinking it's actually, at first I thought we'd have to knock it down, would sort of just a waste of space, but we've had to look at it this time. I think it would make a great little summer house or something. Plus we're going to have, just over here is where we're going to have a summer kitchen. So, you know, that'd be quite nice, and we can sit and eat in there in the shade. So yeah. It's just clearing out some of the undergrowth. And Lucy's just introduced herself to the next door neighbour. Haven't you? Don't eat the grass, Lucy. Yes, I've got a brown Labrador next door, so I don't think Lucy will ever be friends with us. But they'll bark at each other. Right, so that's looking a bit better. We've got a huge tree stump coming through there and down there, so That'll need to come out with a saw, angle grinder or something. But other than that, you can see the floor on that now, so it all looks in pretty good nick actually, doesn't it, Claire?
Yep.
So maybe you need to put a false floor down on this, on top of what's already there or something, and
Yeah.
yeah, quite a nice little space here, just to sit and relax in the shade. Maybe put the pool on the other side of it or something. So yeah, that's all the doors and drawers and that out of that. That wasn't the easiest of jobs, unnecessarily hard where we've done some of the hinges, but it's done. There's quite a lot of weight in those doors, so hopefully that'll make it a lot easier for us to get down the stairs. But we shall see. What do you reckon, Lucy? You've got to get into everything, haven't you? Eh? Well, this is turning out to be an interesting experience. We've managed to move it onto the balcony with great difficulty, but we can hardly lift it and there's no way we're going to get it over the stairs. So I'm now stripping the back off and seeing if I can actually break it down into a few smaller pieces. And it is just held together, but it looks like it's all doweled and nailed together, so it looks like I might be able to knock it. Oh, sorry, Lucy. Might be able to knock it apart, or at least get the bottom off and see if we can get it down, and then reassemble it at the other end. Well, it's slightly smaller than it was when it started, but it's down. Yeah, we're now committed to having it down here, or the very least firewood. Yeah, I think it's definitely time to stop and have a drink. What do you reckon, Lucy? Not helped by the fact it's already, although it's only about sort of 11:30, it's already about 25 degrees here, so yeah, I'm not sure there'll be much more progress with this today, unless we get it inside to rub it down, but I want to try and sand it down out here. So.
Well, we spent the first few hours this morning cutting back the brambles on this grain store construction. We've managed to, well, Chris has managed to remove the stump that was growing up through the middle. You might zoom in a bit on it so you can see where it was actually coming up through.
There's one there and one over here, wasn't there?
Yeah, coming up through the middle. And
yeah, just what you needed to be doing at 28 degrees, but at least it was shading in here. So yeah, there we go. Looking nice.
Yeah, I think we've now got a usable structure that we can do something with. Make it into a raised seating area or somewhere to get changed next to the...
So if we put the pool next to it somewhere, I don't know whether behind it, perhaps where it's a bit flatter. Even if we have to open up a door in the far end or something, I don't know. Or depends how big we end up going with the pool, really. I mean, that one we've got, which we were going to bring across, is about 3 metres, so that might actually fit on this little area here. It'd be quite a bit of clearing to do, though.
Yes.
But anyway.
But at the moment, it's a raised seating area where you can come and have something to eat.
Yeah.
A drink, put a table and chairs in.
Yes, indeed. Ah well, back to the big unit then. Here comes Lucy, back from God knows where. We've been calling her for about 10 minutes. Where have you been, mate? You don't care, do you? Well, we got it in, got it downstairs. I started rubbing down the carcass and tried to do a bit of painting on the top. But basically, we need to rub it down, decide what colour we're going to do it, and buy some paint to do it properly. So at the moment, I've got the carcass back in here, built it back up. I've just tacked the doors on with a couple of screws just so it's finished and assembled, basically, so we can kind of get a view for where we were going to go. We've moved it all over the place in here, but we finally settled on there. Don't think I did a thing, so basically the living room's looking a bit more homely. We've got some chairs and things there, and dining table over here. So yeah, it's quite nice in here now. It's quite nice to be able to sit in here, and we actually sat and watched a DVD this afternoon when it got so hot that we couldn't really work any longer. Yeah, so that's it for today, I think.
Morning.
Good morning. It's Sunday morning, so we're going to head back to the UK tomorrow after we've been to the vets to sort Lucy's worming thing out, so it'll be our last day here. Decided we're just going to poodle off into Svistov again. There's Sunday market on, see if we can find that, see if we can find somewhere to park. I think might be the difficult
Yeah.
thing, but yeah. So we're going to head off with there and see what happens. We've just done the market. I forgot to take some footage actually. There was a little hardware store next to the market which was open, which we managed to get a few bits and pieces which we needed. Been across to Bila, which is just behind me, to do some more shopping, bits and pieces for the journey home. And now we're just having a bit of a wander around Svistov itself because we've never got a chance to do that the other day. I don't know what that building is, but it's fantastic. It's some sort of church by the sound of the bells going off. Good morning.
Good morning.
So it's Monday.
Monday
Yeah,
morning.
Monday
yeah.
morning. We've got the tunnel is booked on Friday morning, about 9 o'clock, I think, Friday morning. So we're going to start heading back across the UK today. We've got to go to Bulgaria over to get Lucy wormed. She has to be done by a vet before she's allowed back into the UK. Thank you, Brexit. So yeah, that's the plan. So we're just going to have a bit of a quick walk around and just sort of show you what we've achieved. So yeah, our plan this particular trip over wasn't necessarily to do much work to the house. It was mainly to start bringing stuff over, some of the furniture and what have you. And have a bit of an explore, a bit of a look around, and I've not really spent any time driving around here. Claire's, spent very little time in Bulgaria, full stop. So that was kind of the plan. So obviously we have done some bits and pieces, and we've got all the furniture in that we brought across and all the bits and pieces. So obviously we know that building there that Claire cleared out the other day. So that's looking quite splendid now. I'm sure when we come back it'll be overgrown again, but never mind. It'll not be as bad as it was, because when the guys have been coming cutting the garden, they've not been touching that, so that'll look good. You all right, Lucy? So yeah, we've not touched down here. I mean, obviously summer kitchen, that's the double garage there. What we've done in here basically is move this little unit here will be, this is going to be utility room. This room we're planning on sort of a pantry, storage, freezer area. Through there is what will become the main bathroom. It's actually a wet room at the moment, so that will get sorted possibly next few times. So all we've done in here is bring the manual washing machine in. We are planning, you might think that's a stupid thing to bring across, but we plan to be as off-grid as possible, hopefully even totally off-grid, but at some point in the future. So that actually works a treat. We've been using it in the UK. I love the mangle. I think the mangle is one of the best inventions ever. So yeah, we may still have another washing machine in here, an electric one, just for when we need to use it, but that'll be the main source of washing. Right, let's carry on down.
Don't forget to lock that.
Yeah, I'll come round to do all that in it before we leave. Just to turn the electrics off and what have you. So, back down into the main house. So we've not done anything upstairs. Upstairs is still as it has been.
Apart from bringing the unit
the
down.
only thing we've done obviously is bring that unit down. Just excuse the state of the hallway because it's still my sort of tool storage area. So bedroom, changed all the handles on the thing. We put a sort of wall hanging up. The doors are on the other side now. And yeah, the bed's made up now. Yes, of course that wasn't made up last time. I keep forgetting what we've done and what we haven't done this time. And then the little sort of washroom area. The lights decide to work. So yeah, we've got our little marble topped wash stand, jug and bowl. Again, off grid. You know why? We may, because we have got water coming into here, so we may end up with a tap in here. But we just like the idea of having the jug and bowl, and we found that at an antiques place and just sort of fell in love with it. Thought it was brilliant. Same with this toilet, which was actually a military toilet. It was sort of in olive drab. I've sort of restored that and painted it up in a nicer colour. We believe it's come out of either a Cold War bunker or possibly out of a Vulcan bomber. So a bit of history there, but obviously we're just using it as a compost toilet. So again, that's all our thing, and then that's going to be our media, and that one there. We will get something nicer than that for the media, but at the moment that was actually serving as my toilet until I brought that over. So it's quite nice to have a nice comfortable seat to sit on this time.
And we'll be using family cloth.
Yeah. So, hello Lucy. You just make yourself comfortable. So through into the kitchen. So, okay, we've got pine dresser that we brought across from the UK. I think it fits in really well in there, and it's made this kitchen just feel so much bigger. We've moved the breakfast bar to over there. A few pictures and things up on the wall. Obviously, we've been using these shelves and things, but we just cleared them off as we're going away today. Brought like a halogen cooker across with us, just so we don't have to rely on just frying things. Plate rack up. Just a few little bits and pieces hanging around, sort of, yeah. So yeah, looking really nice in here. It's really nice. We just need to sort the floor out in here now, but we're going to be putting rugs down everywhere, basically, sort of hard-wearing rugs like we've done in the bathroom, like the outdoor rugs. And living room. Then we've got Claire's Nan's dining table out, which is quite nice. Our chest. Again, wall hangings and pictures and what have you up. So just brought a little TV and DVD, so we've got something to watch from. We have actually sat and watched it a couple of times, and then that's the unit that we had from upstairs, which will need to be. We just need to decide what we're doing, what colour we're going to do. We're just going to paint it basically and do something with the front bits. They've obviously had glass in them at some point, sliding glass. We may just put some fabric across the same on the top bit, or I don't know. We'll see. at the moment we're just trying to decide what sort of colour to do it. So that'll be something to decide for next time. It'll probably be something I'll do next time I'm across, is rub it down and paint it. And that's pretty much it, I think. It just seems like a bit of a home now. It's been quite nice. We've sat in here and chilled, and things I've not been able to do when I've been over here on my own. So yeah, so that's us done. I mean, obviously this video will probably still continue because we've got like 4 days of travelling back home again, which no doubt will throw in a bit of footage, but probably not as much as because we've done it all on the way here. I was contemplating going through Serbia on the way back rather than Romania, just because Romania was really, well, it just took a long time basically. It was very spectacular, but it was but I don't
It's a
think
hard slog, wasn't it?
I don't think it helped that it was our last day and we were trying to get here. So, but I've decided to go back through Romania because we've got an extra half a day. So any distance we cover today is going to be a bonus. And also Serbia, there's a few sort of reports of Serbia being a bit awkward depending on who you get at the border controls. There's plenty of people who fly through without a problem. There's plenty of people who seem to have problems. But also it's not in the EU, which means that my breakdown covers null and void. So if I do break down in Serbia, that's a bit of an issue. And although the van has not missed a beat, it is at the end of the day a 25-year-old van. So you never
We don't
know.
want to take the risk,
No,
do we?
so we just decided to go back through Romania. We'll enjoy the trip through Romania, enjoy the scenery, and as I say, wherever we get to today, it's just a bonus, really. So yeah, so next thing, I'm going to shut everything off and then off to VT. And you go to the VET, Lucy. She's looking forward to that, I can tell.